this. Okay, so this one, you know what? Color? I think we're good. All right. So you see this on the screen, and this is like this might come across kind of random, but I had to share with you guys. All right, friends, I had to talk about this with you, and let's have a conversation. All right, Twitter, comments on YouTube. Let's have a conversation. I'm not gonna make you guys close your eyes. It's not like the past video, but I do want you to take a second. Okay, I do want you to take a second and think about the success of your team and when it happened in your life, right? Like, I don't think I don't think many of us have had the opportunity for our team to be winners all through our lifetime, right? But the fact that we support our team, they've had success at some point, right? Or they had little success and kind of fallen off, or they've had sustained success, whatever it may be. But I wanted to ask the question with regards to what's the best age for your team to do well if they're going to have a spell of not doing well, right? So for the sake of this conversation, let's say your team won't be able to be great your entire life, okay? When would you want your team to be great? And if we're going to just break it up in like easy groupings, let's think about maybe elementary school. Yeah, elementary school to high school. Let's make that a block. Then let's make another block university to maybe university to mid 20s. Yeah, university to mid 20s, something like that. And then let's say from that age after. So if you want to go um, late 20s to then grown, right? We're just going to use grown because you're a fan your whole life. Like you're a fan until you're a grandfather and past that. You know what I'm saying? But let's say grown. What age? If we're gonna break it up, and I know that's really simplistic. It's probably not the most accurate, but let's do this for now, right? So like early school days, universities, university, young adult to grown, maybe settled, like grown, settled down. All right, not necessarily having to have kids, but early school years, university, young adult, being grown. When's the best time for your team to be killing it, right? For your team to be in the mix all the time, competing for many trophies, um, just dealing with the case with a lot of teams, a lot of rivals, actually pursuing a title. You know what I'm saying? What's the best age for that? For for myself, I wouldn't I wouldn't trade I wouldn't trade when success has hit for my club and myself and with regards to my age. Um, for me, I'm grown, work, paying into a home mortgage, kids. Okay, but I wouldn't trade when my team was like consistently good and for the age that I was. for it to be anything different. But I don't know if that's just because that's my experience or if that's what the ideal is. But it can't be. It can't be, right? Because I'm obviously people like things in different ways. I know the reason why I go after Man U fans so heavy is because of the circle of friends that I have. I've many of my friends are Man U. I've got a I've got a good amount of friends that are Arsenal fans as well. Um, I should say friends and family being Man U fans. I've got a really good friend, and I've got several friends that are Arsenal fans. And then I've got uh, I've got a I've got a couple of friends that are Chelsea fans, and a lot of I got family, friends, and some acquaintances that surprisingly a lot are Liverpool fans. Okay, so the acquaintance thing that happens later in life, but friends and family, I was getting I had nothing to talk about with my friends and family because Man U was so dominant when I was a kid, like so dominant, and Liverpool was always kind of like in the mix as well. And Arsenal, oh my gosh, Arsenal was killing it. And the thing that was tough with Arsenal too was like Arsenal was the men's dem team. You know what I mean? Like the men's dem supported Arsenal because the way Arsenal was represented in terms of the players, that was that was a team. So the way my friends were so proud and happy with regards to Arsenal was killer. You know what I mean, it was killer. But for as damaging as it was, right? As tough as it was, young and really not having anything to counter against, to now grown, more disposable income, more of an opportunity to kind of like know the know the ins and outs about the sport. I think I think that's the way to do it. I think that's the way, and again, maybe it's just because of me, but I think that's the way you want to have your team reach the pinnacle, I mean, or reach the top of success is actually as you've gotten older yourself. Like, you don't want to peak as a kid and then things go down. You know what I mean? Which is the case for the guys that were killing me so much back in the day, the Man U fans, my Man U, um, my Man U friends, family, they're killing me. Playing FIFA was the worst. Man U was slapping everybody. Um, but to trade it, I don't think I would trade it. I love the fact that now, let me use an analogy right here. So, and I'm gonna use a school analogy, okay? So in school, puberty kicks in. You're trying to find your way. You're not quite the guy. You don't know what you're good at or what your thing is, right? You haven't maybe grown into your body yet or into your confidence. So that's kind of like what early high school might be, or in some cases, some people university. But then, you know, you put in that work on yourself, right? Start go to gym, start, you start dealing with yourself. You start managing yourself. You know what I mean? You start understanding that things aren't as complicated as they need to be. Why am I making this so tough? So you kind of grow into your own. And then now, post uni, young man working, the vibes are there. The confidence is there. You know what I'm saying? Like things are working well for you. Like if we're gonna use an analogy, like You're getting attention from the ladies now. I think that's the way to do it. I think that's kind of like how, and don't kill me in the comments. I'm not objectifying women to say that women are clubs and just objects. Da, da, da. I'm not doing that. I'm just from an analogy standpoint. I'm just talking about coming into your own and actually having success and things working out. For your club to now do it at a later stage in your life, to you now kind of getting more confident, more established, knowing who you are, knowing what you want, being able to better relate and connect with the ladies. I think that's the way to do it, as opposed to being the guy in high school or being maybe the guy in university to this being like not even looked at, not even considered anymore afterwards. I don't think that's the way. I don't think you'd want to go like that as a fan. And so now I can relate with regards to the players. Not sorry. I can understand. I can understand why the fans are so frustrated right now. I can understand why Liverpool fans, prior to the arrival of Klopp and like the continuous success, I can understand why it's been so tough for them because they kind of went peak to crash. Man, you went from peak, still rising. Didn't matter what they did. Everything that they did, they were the cool kids. To then being looked at, being like, yo, dude fell off, yo. Or for the female fans, like, nah, Susie ain't got it no more. She's not it anymore. Like that type of fall off is wild. So I understand why fans are so frustrated because they're just not winning. They're not winning like they used to in high school. They're not winning like they used to in university. The the geeks, the nerds, the not so populars, the the afterthoughts, the ones that weren't thought about are cool now. They're the ones invited all the time. They're the ones catching all the eyes. It's got to be tough. It's got to be tough. Now, like I said, got to have the winner mentality and you got to live it up because it's a cycle. You're not winning all the time. You're not winning all the time. But I wanted to pose that question out to you guys, you girls, friends, please let me know in the comments. When's the best time? Like, when is the best time for your team, knowing that all teams have cycles? What age in your life do you want your team to be at its peak? And what age in your life would you want your team just be dead? Let me know.